What's up, Joe? What's up, everybody? This is Jeff Fannell coming at you with a Sports 360 quick take. Happy Friday to everybody. You know, for me, one of the more intriguing sports stories in 2022 comes from the world of golf, where the LIV golf circuit has burst on the scene, causing major disruption on the PGA Tour. LIV, L-I-V, represents the Roman numeral 54, which stands for the 54 holes that are played in LIV events, compared to the 72 holes that are played on the PGA Tour. But that's not the only difference between the two golf circuits. The LIV Tour is financed by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, a sovereign wealth fund valued at over $500 billion. With such a huge bankroll, LIV has successfully lured away several top-name PGA golfers, including Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, and Phil Mickelson. Dustin Johnson reportedly got $160 million to join LIV, while Mickelson was paid $200 million to join the circuit. In its inaugural season, LIV has 8 events on its schedule, with much bigger purses than we typically see on the PGA Tour. The formula of fewer events with the ability to make more money makes LIV attractive to many players. In addition, LIV and its players say the new circuit is an opportunity to grow the game of golf. PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan and others say, nonsense. This is all about the money. In June, Monahan suspended 17 tour players who joined LIV and banned them from future PGA tournaments. He's also stoked the narrative that the players essentially are taking blood money, given Saudi Arabia's history of human rights violations and its connections to 9/11. In LIV's first event on U.S. soil at Pumpkin Ridge near Portland, Oregon, hundreds of protesters, including families of 9/11 victims, turned out to chastise the 48 LIV golfers, claiming that the golfers have gotten into bed with the Saudis. Other U.S. events are on the calendar, including in Bedminster, New Jersey in a couple of weeks, and we can expect such protests to continue. And then add this to the mix. The U.S. Justice Department has launched an antitrust investigation into the PGA's move to suspend and ban the PGA golfers who have joined LIV. Denying the right of someone to earn a living is just the type of anti-competitive conduct that runs afoul of the antitrust laws. In the end, though, this is not about so-called blood money, nor is it a hostile takeover of the PGA Tour, as some have described it. This is about competition that threatens the PGA's monopolistic grip on professional golf in the United States. Due to lack of competition, the PGA Tour has controlled all aspects of professional golf in this country. For decades, the terms, working conditions, and the compensation for tour golfers have been set by the PGA, with players having very little say in the matter. LIV presents an opportunity to change this, and thus serves as a very real threat to the PGA Tour and its practices. And unlike most challenges to establish U.S. sports leagues, LIV has far more money than the PGA, which is making a lot of tour officials very nervous. That LIV represents an alternative for tour players is a good thing in my opinion. And look, I understand those who point to the financial backing of the Saudis. But I also understand that the NBA does big business with China, a country with a checkered human rights history of its own. I also understand that Nike has had its issues over the years over its use of sweatshops and child labor, as has super family oriented companies like Disney. Companies doing massive business on a global scale rarely are doing business with angels. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's how it is. And I also know this. While Rory McIlroy and other PGA Tour players have criticized LIV and its players, the PGA Tour has announced that next year they will have at least 8 events with purses topping $20 million, which is a first. And the tour is creating another 3 events with purses over $25 million. None of this would have happened if not for LIV's disruption of the professional golf marketplace in the United States. So while McIlroy and other tour players can carry the PGA's water by criticizing LIV, those same players will now have the opportunity to make more money on the PGA Tour thanks to the presence of LIV and its threat to the PGA's control of U.S. professional golf. Bottom line, I'm not mad at LIV. Competition in the marketplace is generally good for consumers and workers. As noted, some significant financial improvements for PGA Tour players are already in the works, and we're likely to see more as long as LIV is on the scene. Given LIV's huge bankroll, they are not going away anytime soon. So Jay Monahan and other PGA supporters need to strap up because the assault on the PGA's throne is just getting started. And it's not going to be repelled by mere rhetoric. I, for one, can't wait to see what happens next. Rest assured, we'll be keeping our eyes on it. That's for me. That's it for me. The brothers on up out of here. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. And we'll see you again next time on Sports 360.